Hello, learners. You welcome back to class. My name is Miss Amina, your PhD tutor, and in this week we'll be looking at water supply. And by the end of this class, you are expected to define water, mention the sources of water, and state the qualities of good water. Now, let's look at the meaning of water. Water is something we see every day in our homes and our surroundings. So when you hear water, it is an inorganic, odorless, tasteless, transparent, and colorless chemical substance. I say, water is an inorganic, odorless, tasteless, transparent, and colorless chemical substance. So what we are trying to say is that water is a liquid without color, without taste, without odor, and it falls as rain in lakes, rivers, dam, and are being used for living things purpose. So water is essential for most plants and animal life. It is the main component of the Earth's hydrosphere as well as liquid in a living organism. Also, it is an important component that forms parts of life despite not providing organic calories and nutrients. So water plays a vital role in the human economy. And the formula for water is H2O, where the H stands for hydrogen and the O stands for oxygen. Now we have sources of water. When you hear sources of water, it refers to anywhere water can be found or extracted. Sources of water means somewhere or anywhere that you can get this particular water from. Generally, water vapor in the air is the origin of water directly or indirectly. So this water vapor can be grouped according to the following, which includes rainwater, well water, we have the tap water, upland water, pipe-borne water. So the first source of water that we're looking at right now is the rain water. The rain water. The rainwater is water that has fallen from the sky. It is a natural source of fresh water that is generally clean but can be affected by pollution. So rainwater is a type of fresh water, meaning it's not salty. When you hear fresh water, it simply means water that does not contain salt. And it's a form of precipitation from clouds. So water gathered from clouds and it later dropped down to us as rain. This is a source of water. This is a natural source of water. So the second source of water, we have the well water. The well water is groundwater that is untreated. Water that is not treated and is gotten from under the ground is referred to as well water. So well water refers to water that are being drawn from a well, which is a hole. A well is a hole dug or drilled into the ground to access groundwater. And the groundwater is held within soils and rocks. The upland water. So these are water that are being collected on the surface of the earth, on top of the soil. So those water that collects on the surface of the earth is referred to as upland water. Such waters include river, stream, lake, and spring. So the pipe-borne water, this is mainly provided from water corporation in rural area through governmental section. So this water is distributed through a network of pipes and it's connected to different homes and buildings. So this water is typically sourced from a treatment plant and delivered under pressure through a series of pipes. You can easily find them in rural areas, I mean developing places, places that are underdeveloped rather. So let's look at the qualities of a good water. The water is very important, and the quality will determine our health. Remember that if you take water that is bad, you are going to fall sick because you'll be taking you'll be ingesting pathogen that are harmful to your health. So in order to prevent all of that, you have to source and take in nothing but a good water. So how can you know that a water is good? One, it is when it is odorless, when it's colorless, tasteless, and it's free from disease-causing organism. So the qualities of good water supply is that one, a good water must be odorless, it must be colorless, it must be tasteless, and it must be free from disease-causing organisms. So assignment number one, define water. What do you understand by the term water? Two, describe four sources of water. And three, mention the qualities of a good water. Thank you and see you in our next class.